Unfortunately, I made some bad decisions as a youth that furthered my criminal career. Ultimately, ending up being charged and convicted and sentenced for possession of a firearm by a felon, use of a firearm in the commission of a felony, attempt second-degree murder, and a malicious shooting within an occupied dwelling. Initially, I was sentenced to 12 years for those charges, in addition to a year and a half, a year and a day sentence that I was already doing for a conviction of distribution of cocaine, Schedule 1 or Schedule 2 drug. I was sentenced to a level 4 prison, Buckingham Correctional Center. That was an experience in itself, to say the least. Throughout that time of incarceration, I was blessed to get into the law library and research some of the charges and convictions and sentences that I was sentenced to, and I was ultimately able to have my sentence reduced by 8 years. During my time of incarceration, I was blessed to receive my barber's license at Haynesville Correctional Center, master barber's license at Haynesville Correctional Center, and upon my release, I was able to gain employment at a local barbershop. I've since then been able to open my own barbershop and my barber school in an attempt to offer the same opportunity that was afforded me, that I attribute a lot of my success to being my barber's license to offer others that which I have. Whereas I can't necessarily say or give the manual to criminal justice reform, what I would say is that it's of the utmost importance to whereas everyone needs to come together to realize that it affects us all. Whether it is those that are committing the crimes or those that may in fact potentially fall victim to crimes, it's necessary for us to get in front of it versus behind it. You know, we need to be proactive instead of reactive. This is an issue that affects us all. This is an issue that is affecting more of us now as time moves on. Whether you've dealt with incarceration directly yourself, chances are that you have a family member who has, or a neighbor or a friend who has. These people are not receiving life sentences, so they will return to this community. If we can't make that adjustment or that return seamless, then we stand to relive the same cycle over and over and over again, potentially being even worse the second and third time around. There are children that are involved that are seeing these things firsthand, and if they're not addressed, then they may fall victim to the exact same thing. And then, unless everyone sees the importance in this, we're basically setting our own self up for a major downfall. I feel that the greatest need for a returning citizen to be successful is to relieve them of the stigma that that's all they will ever be.